Team, Dean Kesmenter here, your coach. I hope you are well. So as you go from week 1 to week 2, I just want to share with you a couple of thoughts. Okay, firstly, around the goals, or the expectations, I should say. So being part of the weight release challenge, okay, is firstly about stepping 10,000 steps, as you already know, okay? So progressively looking for more opportunities in a day to step 10,000. Now, this is not the platform for me to talk about the research from a weight release perspective, the value of 10,000 steps, okay? But that is one of the goals of this challenge, okay? To progressively move towards it, okay? We may not achieve it, but to do our very best to see that progressive improvement. Secondly is around weight release, okay? Not weight loss, but weight release. I believe that this platform here, this challenge, is a platform for future success, okay? So we don't necessarily set weight release targets or weight loss targets or anything like that, but more so fueling you with the information, with the tools, with the resources, decluttering the myths and misconceptions around this whole concept of weight loss, which I don't like using, okay? To make sure that you're making some educated decisions, okay? So that's really, really important, okay? So we want to see that progressive weight release, not just now, but 6 months from now, but 12 months from now, 18 months from now, 24 months from now, okay? Very, very important to consider, and a consistent message that you'll hear from me, okay? The optional DIY fitness testing, I just quickly wanted to touch on. So the DIY fitness testing or health assessment, you'll see a link here, there's a link called the Rockport Walk Test. The Rockport Walk Test, which is basically a timed walk. You're trying to cover as much distance as you possibly can in a specific time. A really great walking assessment, okay, to give you a bit of a fuel, I suppose, of satisfaction and reward that you are improving above and beyond your steps, which is fantastic. Other things in regards to assessments, consider, I'm not telling you to do it, consider doing your waist measurement, okay? So across the smallest part of the waist and the navel, okay, across the belly button, and jumping yourself on the scales. I'll talk to you about the scales and about what to look for and the reasons why we get fluctuations and ensuring that we don't actually have the scales actually work against us, but allowing them to work for us. You know, talking to you about what systemic inflammation means and all these sorts of things and how they affect scales, okay? So we are going to deal with the facts to do with weight release, okay? We're going to talk some of the facts around the research to do with 10,000 steps. We're going to be looking at optimal nutrition. We're going to be looking at, I'm going to be giving you my weight release episode series. So it's 9 videos to watch in your own time that go through absolutely everything. You know, the diet myths and misconceptions, about portion control, about hitting targets, you know, looking at potential targets of proteins, fats and carbohydrates, developing a guide that is good for you. I'm not going to give you a plan as such, but a guide that's going to assist you in releasing weight in the future. Okay, how to manage mood and emotion, you know, when it comes to food. You know, really how to build that relationship with food. To look at things like portion distortion, you know, and some practical strategies where we can reduce our portion size. We're also going to be looking at, you know, the value of fasting and how that can significantly speed up the process of weight release, and not to mention the cognitive benefits of fasting. As to meditation and the meditative practice, and you'll see the menu of topics that I'll be exploring both in our sessions. And speaking in our sessions, what to expect, there is one lunch and learn per week, okay, and there's one video or one article that you'll get from me per week as well, okay? So watch this space. In regards to lunch and learns, please accept the invites, okay? They're either going to be through my platform that I use or yours, okay? Whatever's most effective, that's what we're going to be using. It's optional to come in, but as I said, there are going to be some really, really great topics that we're going to be covering. As a close, I just want to talk to you, I've just made a note here around why. Why doing this? And I think a lot of it really does have to do with really empowering ourselves, you know, when it comes to food, really empowering having a strong, powerful relationship with food. Because if you're in this challenge, okay, whether you want to release 5 kilos or 55 kilos, you know, if we improve that relationship with food, or being able to distinguish the difference between appetite and hunger. Okay, what we're going to notice is that things are just going to happen as they're meant to. Okay, and it's not going to be such a challenge, such a strain to achieve the types of results that we want to achieve. Okay, so it really is about empowering ourselves with food, building a level of self-belief, building a level of self-confidence that'll assist us, by working between the ears. That's going to be able to assist us in releasing progressively small amounts of weight into the future, and not to mention building accidental exercise into our life. Okay, eventually, big picture thinking is getting you to work towards the physical activity guidelines of adults, really. So that's ramming I'm not going to talk about how much and how often, but ramming your intensity up, incorporating weight training. But that's not something that we expect from this challenge, but some food for thought, and that's sort of where we're going with future programs. Okay, and I think, as always, with your change, when you make the change, people around you start making changes too, and that's the real impact that you have by making small progressive changes and taking small progressive action steps towards really improving yourself. Okay, that's the real impact, the power of influence. By doing the things that are good for us will eventually impact on the people, places and things around us.